Millions of dollars still couldn't stop these famous rappers from committing serious crimes, such as Young and Ace, as the feds are alleging that he paid for Julio Fulio to be dealt with, as DJ Academics would then tell him that he's next.
Wack 100 recently spoke about you and he says, "You're next."
Why would you say that, bro? Why would you wish that for me?
Well, I don't know if he was wishing that. I think he's just thinking about, like, in terms of, people want to get the target, like the high profile target, and if Fulio is out the way, now they're like, well, the only way to make another thing is you.
I'm trying to come for him. I try to hold RJ. I'm trying to RJ open the door.
Young and Ace's world is beginning to crash down. Taking a page out of Lil Baby's book with closing 4PF, Young and Ace has now ended ATK, tweeting, "Ain't no such thing as ATK no more. That stuff is gone and over with," alongside an Instagram video sharing this message.
If I say no more ATK, it ain't no more. What you talking about? Niggas don't do shit. Niggas don't do shit. Tripping. Everybody always got shit to say. These niggas. When the time for the Lord to be paid, where the be at? Got all this shit to say. Where the be at though? Where be need to get buried? When the time to spend that money, where the be? Always got shit to say, but don't be on shit, man. They don't get no feet wet or nothing, man. They be talking, man. What's wrong with these, man? Talking about don't talk like me. Don't get them, man. When I say no more ATK, ain't no more.
As a viral comment would share, LOL, he watched that Lil Baby interview, alongside another sharing, he knows that Rico is coming. As Young and Ace knows, the feds are coming fast for him and he's gonna be arrested soon. Even DJ Academics told him that he's next.
Wack 100 recently spoke about you and he says, "You're next."
Why would you say that, bro? Why would you wish that for me?
Well, I don't know if he was wishing that. I think he's just thinking about, like, in terms of, people want to get the target, like the high profile target, and if Fulio is out the way, now they're like, well, the only way to make another thing is you.
Why wish that for me, bro? Man, bro, I've been living my whole life. I'm letting you get up on. I'm not letting nobody get up on me. So
with his passing now, right? Does it mean that this whole situation is over?
There's never no situation.
As Academics would even further discuss Young and Ace's life on an incident that occurred to him just a few years ago, where he was ambushed by several men while leaving a restaurant where sadly his brother would pass.
I'm trying to come for him. I try to hold RJ. I'm trying to RJ open the door. I open the door, I'm pushing him out. I'm like, bro, I got you, bro, I got you. He grab a shirt. I'm like, bro, I can't move. He tell me he can't move. I jump out the car. Cope open the door. Cope said, call it in. It's Cope.
As Young and Ace has been tried many times by his ops, however now he's being targeted by the police. It would be reported Jacksonville Sheriff TK Waters sends a PSA to Young and Ace and his crew, ATK, after Julio Fulio's hitters were caught.
So Young and Ace has long been known in Jacksonville. We are consistently monitoring those groups. We have people that are always watching them. I won't speak to the chief's investigation. That's up to TPD. We don't have an investigation on him right now, but he can't move around in Jacksonville without us knowing about it. And that's for the betterment of our community.
And shortly after, it would then be announced, breaking, ATK rapper Young and Ace questioned by police over the recent Julio Fulio incident. The police take rapper in for questioning over his recent songs Do It and Game Over, as currently there's 5 people arrested for the passing of Julio Fulio, from Alicia, Zaya, Sean, Rashad, and Davion. However, the police believe that Young and Ace is the main kingpin and will be arrested soon. This is why they've been canceling all of his concerts, trying to limit Young and Ace's business and income.
Jacksonville police and I don't know how they be doing it, but they always call around and cancel my shows. What's up with y'all?
What's going on? Why y'all want to cancel my show? I don't even live there in Jacksonville. Why y'all want to cancel my? Why y'all trying to my money? Yeah, man, y'all trying to my life. Cause y'all worry about what I got going on. I ain't with y'all. Y'all canceled all my shows, but I just had a show in Tampa. Y'all got my show canceled in Tampa. I had a show in Virginia. I called, got my show canceled up. I had a show in Gainesville. Y'all canceled my show in Gainesville before. Daytona. You feel me? Like, what's really going on?
They believe this all for one specific reason, and it was due to a video that was leaked online, where it was reported Jacksonville rapper admits to targeting Julio Fulio because Young and Ace put up $10K.
Hey, on everything I love, bro. On the dead homies, bro. I put it on everything, on my soul, on my kids. I'm the one that smacked Julio Fulio that night when he got at his birthday celebration, bro. You feel me? I ain't gonna show my face and give my identity away or nothing like that, but you know, I did that, you feel me? There was money on his head, you feel me? I rock with Ace and them boys, you feel me? ATK, you feel me? I be in Jacksonville heavy, you feel me? If you know, you know. But yeah, you feel me? I did that, you feel me? I handled that, cause, you know, Ace had that money on his head, you know, Ace had them put that 10K up, told me to slide, told me to cause you know he got tired of that nigga running his mouth playing all the time, you feel me? So what had to be done, you feel what I'm saying? So I just handled it, you feel me? It was what it is, bro.
As the police were able to find more evidence relating to Young and Ace being the lead man to have Fulio dealt with. It reads, and I quote, Julio Fulio, born June 21st, 1998, was involved in an ambushing by rival street members Sunday morning in Tampa. What was supposed to be a celebration weekend for the rapper's birthday turned into the worst thing imaginable, all due to social media. Fulio and his crew rented an Airbnb for the weekend. Once arriving to the B&B, Fulio would post this on his Instagram story.
Hey, the pool party start today at 5, 6 o'clock. If you already got the address, pull up, man. You got the address, pull up. If you need the address, DM me right now. The pool party start at 5, 6 o'clock. DM me for the address or DM Fulio booking ESPN. I'm gonna put it right here. We just got here, bruh. You got to add it. You got to add it, man. Push up. We just got to this bit. Tampa, Florida, man. You already got to add it to the pool party. Push up at 5:30, man. Push up at 5:30, man. We finna get everything right. Push up at 5:30, 6 o'clock, man. It's up.
The party inside of the Airbnb only lasted around 2 hours. Fulio shared the inside of the party, showing everyone on his Instagram story that there was drinks involved and that he was alongside several women having a good time. The girls are giggling, thinking everything is funny. Meanwhile, his ops were on the other side of the phone, watching his every move, creating a plan to catch him lacking. This was the first mistake of many for Fulio, and Young and Ace knew, showing his millions of followers, including his ops, every single detail of his night. An hour later, the police arrived to his Airbnb, calling the landlord of the home, who would eventually kick Fulio and his crew out of the crib. Fulio, though, would once again go on Instagram, posting his next move. This would be a poster for a nearby club, telling many to go pull up while literally revealing the address of the club on his poster. Mind you, Julio Fulio has over 1 million followers on Instagram. It's almost like he was trying to break the record on social media for the most location drops to his ops in one day. Once arriving to the club, he would then post to his Instagram again, but this time he shared exactly where he was sitting inside of the club, telling everyone he's going to the upstairs lounge.
We came deep for my birthday, man. Everybody coming up the stairs. No cap, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We deep as 20 deep, lit everywhere we go.
Giving the ops plenty of time to get together, figure out a plan, and scope out the scene where Fulio is, Young and Ace allegedly wanted to make sure this happened on this day. As on this day, it was the 23rd of the month, which is a very important day to Young and Ace. But more on that later. Fulio and his crew were finally done. They all gathered in the parking lot, and his manager was figuring out a place to stay. He scoped out a nearby Holiday Inn down the street, and they all began driving over. Once arriving to the Holiday Inn, sources claim everything was was silent. This was, however, until rival cars filled to the brim with street members started going into the parking lot they were in, where men started leaving the vehicles wearing shiesty masks and all black clothing, targeting Julio's crew with firearms. Meanwhile, there was a selected few whose main job were to locate Julio and then do what you can likely guess next. This was a clear retaliation against Julio, especially with it being on the 23rd of the month. Julio dropped his hit track titled When I See You, making fun of Young and Ace for losing his brothers on the 23rd day. In the lyrics, Julio rapped, "Went out to eat on his birthday, 4 hit, 3 passed in the worst way. He kept dissing on me, and now we hit in 23. Now in the present day, the same ops that Julio targeted and made fun of got revenge, as Young and Ace's crew would hit a total of 4 people on the 23rd day of the month, similar to how Julio dissed them, as Young and Ace would practically confirm it in his new song where he would rap the lyrics, 4 in the car, 1 them gone, 3 got hit, recreating Julio's lyrics against him. However, further proving that it was retaliation by Young and Ace's crew, 6 hours after the incident, it would then be reported Young and Ace dropped Do It, a direct diss track at Julio after his passing earlier today. Meanwhile, Young and Ace's right-hand man shared on Instagram an old tweet from King Von reading, "Game over, we won, stupid." However, the story gets crazier from here, as 1 month before the passing of Julio, he did an interview speaking on the beef in Jacksonville, where he reveals that there was supposed to be a song made with both groups to try to stop all of the crime against each other.
On the record, y'all probably didn't know this. Even though I said what I said, bro, me and J.Dot Breeze supposed to be doing a Stop the Violence song. We probably gonna get that shit in motion. So I wanna just get that shit out the way for the kids, for the youth and stuff. And yeah, we gotta make this look better, man.
You and J.Dot Breezy have a Stop the Violence record coming.
Yeah, that shit, it's talked about. I DM'd about it. My big cousin wrote him about it too. He said he with it, I'm with it. But basically right now we trying to find a beat.
Making many upset that the entire situation could have been avoided. However, rappers in the industry had different thoughts, as Charleston White would react by sharing this.
And everybody saying, man, what you think about this? Well, all I'm gonna say is, man, that works hard to die. Did he earn this here? And goddamn it, should nobody be sad? Way that live and talk gangster, should nobody be sad what did happen to Julio? One thing we know about it, he didn't go to heaven.
That same good, what's that?
Yeah, now one thing about it, he ain't in heaven. Nah, wait, that boy, he had all the time in the world to apologize to them people. He was going to the graveyard, rapping at the graveyard. Man, that was making people mama cry. It's some people relieved, wiping their forehead saying, "Ooh, Lord, thank you." And then there's some people crying, saying, "Oh, we gonna miss one leg, 1 foot."
As Charleston White is stating that Julio is not going to heaven for one specific reason, and it's likely the reason that Julio was targeted by Young and Ace's crew. This is due to the passing of Young and Ace's best friend, ATK Mitch. In April 2022, officers saw Julio driving a Dodge Durango with an illegal window tint. They would pull Julio over to ask questions, when suddenly a prosecutor would show up. Things got very odd. The prosecutor would search Julio's vehicle illegally, and then he told the officers who he was. After hearing who Julio was, he was taken into the police patrol car and he was questioned about the passing of ATK Mitch.
Alright, so I ain't want to bring it up, I know you're going to be upset. Mitch, there's some texts I want to talk to you real quick about what happened to Mitch.
How long that's gonna take?
Not that long, depends on you. They just gonna ask what you know about what happened.
Once he was taken into the car, Julio knew that he would get questioned and he was quickly taken in to be interrogated.
I used to come to my mama's house. I used to stay on the corner. He would come over there, show his, support.
What type of work do you do? What type
I'm an artist.
You're an artist. Okay. As far as Mitch go, what are you hearing?
Nah, really, I was in Miami when I heard the news. You know what I'm saying? I was down making music, and I saw posting on Instagram, Mitch. Everybody, the whole Jacksonville, Mitch.
The detectives started looking at who Julio was and how him and ATK Mitch would know each other. So they would start by asking where Julio was when Mitch sadly passed.
All right, the reason why I'm here, I am lead on your friend's case.
Ooh.
You didn't have a friend that just recently got killed?
A lot of friends that,
Recently? Mitch?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm lead on that. I don't know how close you guys were. Can you kind of give me a, just run down on y'all relationship when y'all met? How long y'all been partners or whatever?
The detectives had nothing on Julio. Still, they knew that he was involved with Mitch, and they tried fishing for any information that they could get. Julio, though, continued to tell the detectives that he didn't know anything.
Guys, if you may know or hear something, that'd be helpful as well. Because if you know his mom, you can sit up there and call his mom, then I'm pretty sure you would want her to have some answers as well.
My little brother, I don't know who did. I don't know. I ain't here. That's what I'm saying. You'll never know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just heard it. They say, little brother, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm in Miami at the time, though.
You ain't tired of that, man?
Yeah, but I'm known to this.
While Julio is shutting down any involvement with ATK Mitch's passing, they would ask Julio why his music is related to so much crime in the area. And the detectives, they knew that he was involved with tons of it, as he's literally rapping details that only the police know. So they would begin getting frustrated while Julio was staying quiet.
Do you think that your music or your ways or the way you conduct yourself through your music had anything to do with him?
Nah, because even before I was rapping, it was, you get what I'm saying? Like, you can't just say it's my music, that's why somebody, you get what I'm saying?
Okay, do you think it influenced someone or triggered someone, like the way y'all going back and forth with each other? Do you feel that way?
Nah, a song can't make no do nothing, bro.
This left many angry with Julio on lying to the police. ATK Mitch has a family, and the family, they want to know what happened to their loved son. But Julio didn't want to say a word. As in 2024, with Julio passing, many look at it as a retaliation for ATK Mitch, which is why the police are so investigated on getting Young and Ace arrested. However, Lil Durk was one of the richest rappers in the entire world. He would then throw it away after being arrested for M for hire. The prosecutors found lyrics where Lil Durk admits to committing crimes resulting in the passing of Lil Pab, OTF Jam's baby mom, and Stefan Mack. However, his lawyers investigated the mountain of evidence and they found something, as it all begins with DJ Academics revealing the roadmap of Lil Durk's crimes, as he couldn't have done it in a more obvious way.
2020 Von, 2021 his brother dies. 2022, the niggas who his brother, they get clapped. The two Von, at least a cousin of theirs get clapped. 2023, he drops an album, I'm almost healed. You ever think about that, Chad? It's like poetic. 2020, Von dies. 2021, his brother dies. 2022, get back for both those situations. 2023, I'm almost healed. Crazy, huh?
As it seems that Lil Durk created a roadmap for himself on getting revenge and then finally healing. This was proved in court with a report of Lil Durk linked in newly unsealed file in a Chicago passing where he's alleged to have been behind the passing of Stefan Mack. It is believed that Mack was targeted as revenge for the passing of Lil Durk's brother D-Thang on January 27th, 2022. They haven't officially charged him yet though, and he's being named in recently unsealed paperwork in advance of his detention hearing today. As in the court documents, they shared this Instagram story where Lil Durk posts for D-Thang, aha, alongside this Instagram story where Lil Durk is laughing.
They can't see other shit, boy. What? Tweaking with folks. Right. Hey, somebody always said, it's laugh a con. Somebody always said, it's laugh a con. Look on who that up, yeah. What Goofy said that? He said, bro, like a cheeseburger. Ain't nothing cheesy over here. Stupid little boy. This is real water. Y'all Jews be y'all over for real. Hey, I know what it be too, blood. What's that? Like everybody be having that cheese, you know? Y'all be doing shout outs, man. You gotta know your jewelry. Like, if somebody want me to give them a shout out for some jewelry, I'm gonna make sure in that vault. Yeah.
As they are gathering a timeline for that Instagram live, but it is rumored to be the exact same day the crime went down. But it gets worse from here. As the court update reads, the feds believe Lil Durk paid to get these two people dealt with. Number 1, Stefan Mack, who got Lil Durk's brother D-Thang. But number 2, OTF Jam baby mom. After Lil Durk found out that he wore a wire around him, feds think that Jam is the key to putting Lil Durk in jail for all 3 crimes. As this was the Instagram live where Lil Durk and many OTF members noticed that OTF Jam was wearing a wire, where Jam is seen holding the top of his jacket, literally whispering in it, looking like he was seeing if everything was connected.
I ain't gonna lie, my whole dream changed. I ain't gonna lie, like back in the day. Oh, my. Oh, dang. Like back in the day. Oh, look, he took out.
Check on your man, I heard you got his head.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, when I was growing up, I was having a dare. Architect. Having a who? I'm having a dare. School's out of town. All that woofing on the net, it got your man. Metro! Uh-huh. Metro!
As shortly after OTF members realized this Instagram live, a report would then read, OTF Jam found by OTF members, hiding out in a crib outside of Atlanta. Sources claim Jam was dealt a punishment for snitching on OTF owner Lil Durk, alongside a photo of a scene outside of a house where Jam was allegedly staying at in Atlanta. As ever since news of Jam snitching came out, he has been very silent, and no one has heard from him since. But in reality, the real snitch looks like it's Brick Baby, as he spoke out publicly saying you can't say Durk never slid for King Von because they got Lil Pab. As once Durk was arrested, Brick Baby was on live stream as he would react to his old interview where he mentioned it, really looking like he just snitched on Lil Durk, and he's the one that drawn all the federal attention to Lil Durk's name.
This is just it. 5 Chicago gang members with ties to Lil Durk, OTF, accused of being hired to alive Quando Rondo in the LA incidents where Lil Pab was unalive. Suspects face the penalty if convicted. He said indictment alleged that flights and rental cars were paid with credit cards linked to OTF.
But was this an attempted hit or?
Well,
they can't say that no more.
Then they put you as
why? Oh yeah, because of
your face.
Wait, no. Like who died?
You can't say that no more.
Oh, because of FBG Cash? Oh, who?
Federal charges in California.
Nah, because Lil Pab.
So this is about the.
Oh. What's that?
But I'm just saying, they just say you can't say that no more.
As with the feds knowing to look into Lil Durk due to everyone speaking about it publicly, some of the first evidence they found against him was this footage of King Von jewelry shopping with 2 of the suspects that are involved in the Lil Pab case, being Diddy and Boogie.
The solitary stone.
We just looked at him. Good, man.
Let's go over there.
What up, bro?
Boss, you good? My boy. Let's go.
They got real in here, man, because he just stepped in. The money man just stepped in.
Making it very likely they also wanted revenge for King Von. With all the hard evidence coming out against Lil Durk, his situation got crazy inside of jail. As his lawyers would announce, the rapper has been targeted by inmates in jail for money, commissary needs, and phone time. As he would be officially announced, sources allege Lil Durk's fast prison transfer was caused by issues within his cell block. Being a high-profile rapper likely caused him to be targeted for the commissary and money. As the following day after, something very strange happened, as Quando Rondo and his best friend Lil Tim did separate interviews but on the exact same day, saying the exact same message. Many look at it as a weird coincidence, but others believe it's a way for the feds to not target them or investigate them on trying to get Lil Durk targeted inside a jail. As Lil Tim would mention that Durk just threw his life away trying to get revenge for a beef that he and Quando were okay with ending.
To know, like, shit, I was just protecting my little brother.
When you did finally find out that it was King Von who did it, how'd you feel?
I was like, damn, if Brian did that stupid shit last night, he still would have been alive. That's how I was. But I was like, shit, I ain't no the type person I am. Like, I'm a humble person. I ain't no disrespect to like his mama saying f him and shit like that, because I could easily get on that type of stuff and be clout chasing type. Like, I ain't on that type. I'm a humble person, but it's like they ain't never popped that shit off. That would have never happened like that.
Then this even led into Quando Rondo saying the exact same thing on the exact same day, saying that he wishes it was handled in a different way, and that Dirk has a family with lots of responsibilities, but he just threw it away.
Whoever on my side, they got kids and a mama that 100% love them. And at the end of the day, bro, all this bull that we talking about is stupid. That could have been handled a totally different way. It could have been handled to the point where a song and $3-4 million could have came out or whatever like that. It could have got handled in a legit way, in a music way.
As it really seems like a pretty obvious alibi plot between the two of them so they don't get investigated by the feds. As Lil Durk's life is taking a turn for the worse. This has made his life inside a jail extremely hard with very bad living conditions, similar to what YNW Melly's living in, but Charleston White said that YNW Melly and Lil Durk don't deserve to live good lives while in jail.
The YMW Melly, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated, homie. Homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a motherfucking thing about being mistreated when you done chose to play somebody.
This all then led into an emergency by Lil Durk's lawyers, who know they need to get his client released from jail. A report would share, in a move out of the YSL trial playbook, Lil Durk's producer says in a declaration in the M for Hire case that the Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy song with Babyface Ray, which prosecutors say bragged about the passings, was actually recorded 7 months before the incident, where the court document had an attachment showing the original project file being made and recorded before the passing of Lil Pab even happened, with the lyrics in question being, "Look on the news and see your son screaming no, no," as Quando Rondo is at the scene of the crime screaming no.
This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
As they even made a connection to the other lyrics where Lil Durk would rap, "Told me they got an Addy, go, got a location, go," as this is where Brick Baby comes in one more time, where the announcement reads, Brick Baby says that he would have dropped Quando Rondo's location if Lil Durk had asked him because he is loyal to him.
Why is that? Then it's people like, you lined up somebody from your hood. Like, listen, I didn't. But at the end of the day, what's wrong with giving my friend the address? Oh, this is my boy. He lost his boy. Who did it could be around. 9 times out of 10, had he had asked me, I probably would have been Coke if he even asked anybody, if this is even true. But 9 times out of 10, like I said, can I leak a bar?
Sure.
I said if he make the call right now, I'd something.
Right.
With the Quando Rondo screaming lyrics being one of the biggest coincidences of all time, things get very concerning. But it's not all terrible for Lil Durk, and let me explain. After reports of OTF Vonnie allegedly snitching in the case, we ended up getting the truth, as it would all start with a report of Lil Durk found out his co-defendant OTF Vonnie filed for protective custody when they came to court together this week. This got the attention of Lil Durk's best friend Bezu, who reacted on IG Live.
No motherfucker know what's going on. But them people that's in them courtrooms, man, for real. Them be false accusations. Y'all don't even know what the be going on, for real. Y'all really be trying to play Inspector Gadget and all this. I'm snitching on them that's innocent, gang. Y'all just be weird as hell. That's what I be talking about, man. Like, first y'all threw the jams rumors out there. Now y'all talking about Vonnie a snitch, gang. A snitch on what, blood? Y'all don't even really know what's going on, for real. My kids, y'all really just be running. And that's why I don't participate in nothing that got to do with nothing illegal. Because of you motherfuckers, y'all be trying to get them put under the jail. Y'all trying to go let them meet Larry for the first time, you hear me? On my mother.
But this is where it gets crazy, as DJ Academics would then speak on OTF Vonnie allegedly snitching against Durk, causing major confusion.
When you see Flacco post something, you almost gotta be like, look at this headline. Lil Durk found out his co-defendant OTF Vonnie, King Von cousin, filed for protective custody when they came to court. Okay. That sounds so crazy. That sounds so crazy. Now, this is why we have streams like this. This is, I'm not gonna get on anybody or anything like that, and I'm not gonna ever say that I haven't, maybe jumped maybe once in a while, but I definitely do aim to be correct, and I never try to be incorrect out of malice, right? This is why we love to bring up the paperwork and try to explain it, and also increase everyone's knowledge on stuff, because a lot of times these days the headline is way better than the story.
However, Lil Durk knew that OTF Vonnie didn't snitch. He would end up making a phone call from jail saying that himself is not going into protective custody, but what he's actually meaning is that OTF Vonnie isn't. He's not allowed to just come out and say Vonnie isn't going in protective custody, so he does it in a creative way, saying that he's not going. As the caption would read, "Just got off the phone with my brother Lil Durk. He's in good spirits, staying positive, and trying to get back home to his kids and family. We're not glorifying negativity, we're more than just street guys. That's actually an understatement. We're men of honor and the code no matter our financial status. Bro hit the main line with the rest of our kind, no protective custody."
This call was from a federal prison.
Say what, bro?
I said, I know you're real, but if you need anything, I got you.
I appreciate it. You know, it's all that count,
Yeah, I know how that be, bro. It don't matter, bro. We ain't never moved our money except for that first time. Once it was that, it was that. Once it was like then, everything was history.
Yeah. I still got these same. I can't help it like shit. Where you from? What you got going? I'll be to it,
Man, what? The PC. Hey.
They said I thought they saw the computer. You they upstairs. They be like, man, send me upstairs. Whatever it is, I gotta tap to it. Nah, for sure. Can't go no more with a PC and come out acting all crazy.
As it now makes sense as to why Lil Durk even had this posted online. He was doing it in a way that reveals the truth about OTF Vonnie going into protective custody or not, as even DJ Academics was a little confused on why he did it.
With all due respect to whoever 900 brother is, again, with all due respect to you, the guy's fighting for his life. I get it. Maybe for whatever reason, which I still think would be a dumb reason, let's say that Durk wants to address the people. You know how you put this out? You say, yo, Durk, we on. You let him say what he's saying to the public, and you cut it off. We don't need to hear y'all back and forth. Because a lot of this audio kind of feels like maybe this wasn't how Durk wanted to first communicate with everybody in the world. Anything he does is gonna go viral. Having a conversation about, even if you think it's in good faith, yo, we don't move off money, nah, blah, blah, blah. It don't sound right. It don't sound right, brother.
Similar to Lil Durk's case is YNW Melly, as he's being charged with life in prison for the passing of his two best friends, YNW Juvie and YNW Sack Chaser, as his mother is trying to get him released from jail until his upcoming trial by sharing this in an interview.
As a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. My son has not been convicted of anything, and the jail they make their own rules.
YNW Melly back in court today. His attorney saying the state has not given enough evidence to this point to keep him in jail, but prosecutors say they have proven plenty that shows he needs to remain behind bars.
The judge has finally announced the new YNW Melly release date, and it went viral online. As it would first start when it was shared, a judge gave the Broward Sheriff's Office until December 16th to explain why YNW Melly should not be released from prison. After requesting a 10-day extension, if no explanation is given, YNW Melly will then be released from jail. The extension, however, should never have been granted, as even Boosie said the feds are doing anything they want with YNW Melly, and there's nothing that he can even do to defend himself.
Now they're putting even more charges on him, and then
when they want you, they want you. I knew they wanted him bad when they waited for that law to get passed. So it'd be 8-4.
Oh right, yeah.
They waited all the way till that law got passed to take him to trial.
Yeah, he was in jail for what, 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, they could have been took you to trial.
You're right.
They waited till that law got passed and took him to trial a couple months later. When they want you, man. Just don't see how he didn't get a bond after a fucking mistrial.
Yeah.
That made me like, God damn.
Yeah.
Like, after a mistrial, that doesn't happen, really.
as YNW Melly's release date was supposed to be December 16th, but this has been Melly's reality for the last 5 years, with the feds doing anything they want to him, which is why it's Melly's mother's turn to now start suing the county jail, just to have her son released for Christmas. A report would share, YNW Melly sues the Broward Sheriff's Office for cruel treatment and is seeking immediate release from prison. Melly also claims they have not allowed him to see or speak with family in 3 years. As it would also be shared from that interview, YNW Melly's mother paints a disturbing picture of Melly's life in jail, making it sound like he won't last much longer, using it as her defense for Melly to be released from jail by Christmas time. As during that same interview, she ranted over the fact that Melly was granted a mistrial. He essentially beat the case, but he is still left in there. He's also not allowed to use a phone or even look at his own mail.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to just to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
As Charleston White reacted to this, sharing that this is what YNW Melly should be living like. He shouldn't be receiving any special treatment just because he's a famous rapper with lots of money. He committed a serious crime and he should be living like it.
Even the YNW Melly, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated, homie. Homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a motherfucking thing, about being mistreated. When you done chose to play somebody.
This, however, made Melly's mother extremely unhappy. Jamie King would go on revealing that she is absolutely heartbroken for her son. She feels helpless as he's not even being treated like a human inside a jail.
When you saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life, as a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
As while YNW Melly has been going through it inside a jail, so has his mother on the outside. As even Boosie would speak on the stress that Jamie King's been going through throughout YNW Melly's case.
She real, bro. You know, she real.
She's stressed out. I heard she had a...
Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman.
However, to help out YNW Melly's chances of release by Christmas, his lawyers brought up evidence from the original trial of Melly texting his ex-girlfriend in real time when the crime went down, when he was running away from the men on the street.
That would be the part where he's saying that someone just shut the car up and was trying to shoot them. So I asked him if he was okay, where he was, and he's like, there's a car coming behind him, like hiding. He was like, there's some, there's some. I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I said, well, where are Sack and Juby? And he said, I don't know if they're in the car. I think they're...
Proving that YNW Melly was being chased by a car with rival street members in it, but also in the Melly trial was prosecutors admitting that there was no firearm even found.
So the first thing is I didn't have a firearm, so I can't know which firearm I'm going to use in order to replicate any of my tests. So I can't make tests for this determination because I don't know what firearm was used.
Okay.
As Melly's lawyers are hoping that this is enough to have YNW Melly at least released on house arrest. However, this is when the feds came swooping in. They created a 6-page evidence file explaining why YNW Melly should not be released from jail. You tell me if you would release him after hearing it. Starting out with the most important new piece of evidence, which is what Melly's motive was. YNW Melly was very close with King Von leading into his arrest. A Rogue O-Block member recently shared a secret that Melly allegedly told King Von, as Melly was asking King Von for advice on how to handle a situation where your two best friends are coming after you for financial gain.
Did Von really tell you that Melly told him that he killed his two friends? he ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, you know, if you know, when people could say something without saying it. And so he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Vaughn was mad at me. Bro, why you put there, bro? Walk the bam. I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you gonna trust that his two friends? And he said, them was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around them?
As the group name Y&W is actually a registered LLC business. Y&W Melly and Bortland would perform concerts, sell merchandise, do promotions for companies in exchange for money. That money would be funneled into the Y&W business bank account. Sack Chaser and Juvie, being a part of Y&W alongside Melly and Bortland, thought that all of this money was allegedly split 4 ways. However, they did zero work for it. But if you know anything about King Von's past and how he handled situations, you can likely guess how Vaughn would have told Melly to handle it, as he didn't want to allegedly split the money. This was the missing piece of evidence the prosecutors were missing during the original trial, which is what was the motive. Pair this with the evidence found on Melly's phone, and this is where it gets bad, as he sent a text message hours after the crime, literally just admitting to it.
The PC Gambino account asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02 from Eastern Standard Time. The Y&W Melly account says what?
After that, SHHHH.
But also found on Melly's phone was a saved video from somebody's Facebook Live, where it shows Melly and Bortland's reaction of the crime only 6 hours after it went down.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey, no, still turn, regardless of what happened. You already know.
Showing not even an ounce of sadness for the passing of their 2 best friends. Knowing how Melly handled it emotionally and the motive, this is when the lead prosecutor would dive deep into the physical evidence of the crime, such as the Jeep that they were driving in. As during the original trial, Sergeant Williams revealed, there is no way this could have been a drive-by, and the person that committed the act had to have been sitting in the back left seat.
Assignment, which is to determine if this is a drive. And my determination was that this is not a drive-by, and it's based upon this picture here, which is a very good picture to describe it. All of these rounds are done. One is done at a stationary position. The at a stationary position when all but one of these rounds are going in. The one round that has some movement in it, which is round site L here, the actually moving in that.
Number, you said 17 outside the car. How many rounds were inside of the car?
3.
And can you exclude the for Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas as coming from outside of the car?
Yes. From the driver's side back seat.
As to the shot that Christopher Thomas, where did that come from?
Driver's side back seat.
Oh. Is it possible for there to have been 2 inside that car?
No.
Why not?
There is no time.
With Williams revealing the crime must have happened inside of the vehicle during the Melly trial, this is when Juvie's mother went to the stand, sharing who was sitting there.
And are you related to one of the kids in this case?
Yes, I am.
How so?
I'm his mother.
And who is that?
Christopher Thomas.
Ms. Phillips, did you see who entered into the occupants who entered into that gray Jeep?
Mm-hmm.
And is that a yes?
Yes.
Do you recognize where your son entered that gray Jeep?
Yes.
Which seat, if you can identify for the jury?
He got in the back seat on the right-hand side.
Did you recognize the individual that got into the back seat on the left side, the rear driver's side?
Yes.
And who was that individual?
Jamel.
And Jamel, is that the defendant, Jamel Demons?
Yes, ma'am.
It does seem like a pretty convincing case towards not having Melly released from jail. However, it was all from a corrupt act. You see, when the feds filed their extension on giving reason to why YNW Melly shouldn't be released from jail, they needed a reason to do it. So they ended up targeting YNW Melly's partner, YNW Bortland, who just got thrown into jail, affecting Melly's release date.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Bortland was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Cortland Henry, aka Bortland, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness had been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamel Demons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd, the same day the warrant claims Bortland allegedly tampered with the witness.
As Bortland's home was raided by the feds and they found insane paperwork that they're using against Bortland and Melly that was stuffed into a suitcase. Bortland showed up to the original Melly trial for one day. In doing so, he ended up drawing out on a piece of paper where all the jurors in Melly's trial were sitting and a description of what they looked like. A report would read, "Here are the images of alleged notes discovered during the home raid of Bortland's home last week as filed into the Broward clerks." As YNW Bortland detailed where certain jurors were sitting with a description of what they looked like. To understand how serious of a crime it is, here's DJ Academics' reaction.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Bortland, how the f you gonna have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Like, god damn. Holy sh. You know what I mean? Like, brother, like, come the f on. It's like doing a and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of the is in your DVD player. They be like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.
As say YNW Melly was sentenced to life in prison, Bortland could have given this piece of paper to serious street members to go out, get revenge for YNW Melly against these jurors. That's why the jurors are not allowed to be shown on camera. But these aren't the only charges that Melly and Bortland are facing, as another set of them were just added on.
The state filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
As these were connected to YNW Bortland's massive mistake, where Juvie's father would end up exposing how Melly and Bortland were witness tampering and what code words they used to make Melly's ex-girlfriend not testify against him in the original trial.
Both Melly, Jamel Demons, YNW Melly, and Cortland Henry, who is known as YNW Bortland, are now charged with witness tampering. It sounds like the prosecutors are saying there was this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone, but he was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person, and then that person.
Saying like to me, they're going through extreme measures to try to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah mom. They was using code words like Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby mom.
As NBA YoungBoy completely threw his career away, being arrested 9 times within the last 5 years, the judge has finally had enough and would send him to prison, as it all started with his back and forth with King Von.
You got cap in your raps. Why be a straight when I catch him is that?
You ain't even take no flower to this man. But I guarantee you ain't take not one flower to this man. I ain't even got nothing to do with the situation, man. Stop playing with me, son. I don't want no problem with you. Stay the out my way or get it done, man. Stop the like I said, man.
You gonna talk to us, tell us what happened,
as soon as we're done with everything, we'll
We'll take off the handcuffs, okay? But
yeah, I don't have a statement. I don't want to be detained in these handcuffs like this. I'm properly if I haven't committed a crime or done that.
NBA YoungBoy's current situation is concerning, as it would be originally announced. NBA YoungBoy has accepted a plea deal in the federal firearm case that was transferred from Louisiana to Utah. As a part of the deal, he will be sentenced to 27 months in prison, with credit for any time served in pretrial detention, then followed by 5 years of federal probation. However, the judge had a weird change of heart right before sentencing him to prison, as the court sentencing day started out with a fan hacking into the court hearing sound system, where he would begin yelling for YoungBoy to everyone in the room.
Free YB, man. Free YB.
Everyone needs to stay muted. Okay.
Free YB.
All right. Mr. Galden's case has already been called. He's done with court today, for those of you interested. Everyone keep yourselves muted.
Free YB. Free YB.
Free YB.
As NBA YoungBoy would then be seen entering in the courtroom, smiling and laughing, reacting to the hacker who was just screaming at the judge, supporting him. However, the situation gets crazier from here, as YoungBoy would be seen getting ready to accept his fate. As the sentencing would then begin, the judge reading out the charge descriptions that are all written out by the prosecutors, who would end up writing, on March 10th, 2021, NBA YoungBoy was arrested and charged with 1 count of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, as well as 1 count of possession of a firearm not registered on the National Firearms Registration List. As NBA YoungBoy was caught outside recording a music video on a public street, with several of his friends playing very loud music, dancing on the hood of a car, while YoungBoy was seen outside of it waving around a firearm. An older lady who happened to live on the street ended up calling the police as she was worried, describing on the phone there is several men dancing around, waving firearms in the air and screaming. The police quickly arrived to the scene, noticed NBA YoungBoy, and immediately just arrested him.
So yesterday at court, the body cam footage of the officer who put the cuffs on YoungBoy back in September during that music video that was shown, and it was very interesting because the cop comes right up to him, you know, whatever, he puts the cuffs on him, and then YoungBoy's reaction is kind of hilarious. I thought it might be interesting for y'all. He was like, yo, big dog, man, what you doing, man? Why you putting these cuffs on me? That's what he was calling the cop. He was calling the cop big dog. He's like, big dog, you up right now. I didn't do nothing. You can search me. I got nothing on me. Cop doesn't listen. Cop puts him in and the whole time YoungBoy's like, yo, man, what you doing, man? Big dog, why? And it really goes to show you a lot about this case. YoungBoy didn't think he did anything wrong. He didn't think that they were going to go and start taking footage from music videos and said, you held a gun in a music video and you're a felon and that's a federal felony and you're going to face 3 to 5 years. No, and it really shows you that these federal laws, as applied to kids like NBA YoungBoy from the hood, are extremely unfair and extremely punitive, and we need to take a good long look on what's going on there.
While NBA YoungBoy was getting placed into handcuffs, his cameraman knew that YoungBoy was not allowed to be holding a firearm. He was quickly trying to delete the footage off of his camera. However, the police quickly confiscated the camera without any legal permission in doing so, which means they were able to retrieve the footage of YoungBoy holding the firearm and waving it around. YoungBoy's lawyer made the argument in court that the police grabbed the footage illegally, but sadly it didn't hold up. It would be announced NBA YoungBoy has lost his appeal with the feds, and now the prosecutors could use footage of him holding firearms to convict him.
Update on NBA YoungBoy: he lost the appeal with the federal appeals court. He can take it up to the Supreme Court. What happened? So the federal judge, the lower court, ruled in his favor. She said that the video of him holding what looks like to be a is suppressed, can't be used at trial against him. The way you guys obtained it, you violated his constitutional rights. Now, the government went to the Fifth Circuit United States Court of Appeals. The Fifth Circuit said, you know what, we have a different decision, and we're going to say that the government can use that evidence. It is going to be allowed in the case. Now, YoungBoy's got a couple of options. One, he can appeal to the Supreme Court. I fully expect they will appeal to the Supreme Court. Two, you got to go to the government and say, look, this guy was locked up for a long amount of time. I think he was locked up for almost a year. He's been on house arrest for almost a year. How much time do you want him to serve, and think about doing a plea bargain? Ultimately, you can also take this case to trial and try to beat the feds and go 2-0 against them. He's previously beaten a federal.
As it would be this moment on when the smirk that YoungBoy had at the beginning of the court hearing was absolutely gone. His family were starting to cry inside of the court when the judge started delivering an emotional speech to NBA YoungBoy personally. As a report would share, the judge gave NBA YoungBoy a positive message about him being robbed of his talent and his potential due to his addiction and wished him the best of luck once he gets out of prison in the future.
Mr. Golden, I've seen so many times that good men and women who have a lot of talent and potential, that they can be robbed of that potential when they start to really struggle with their addiction. So I don't want that for you. You seem like a very talented young man. I'm hoping in your future that once you're done with your federal prison time, that you can be really successful on federal probation and have a really bright future where you can reach your full potential in every aspect of your life. Best of luck to you, Mr. Golden.
Thank you.
Anything
Your
further?
Honor. That's all I have, if I
Okay.
could excuse.
You may.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you all.
With the official report being released of NBA YoungBoy's case is closed. YoungBoy will now serve 27 months in jail, then 60 months of probation. But later on, NBA YoungBoy's lawyer would speak out revealing after new findings in his case, he believes that he can appeal and then have NBA YoungBoy released from jail. It would be shared, I finally wrapped up YoungBoy's case. He's now got 23 months because of the way that we worked it with another case in Louisiana. He should be out in 3 to 4 months, which is amazing news. However, his situation gets a bit scary from here, and let me explain. NBA YoungBoy has been arrested more times than you have fingers, as this is only one crime of multiple that YoungBoy is facing. NBA YoungBoy skipped a court appearance, making him a wanted man just 2 years ago. The FBI began staking out his Louisiana mansion until suddenly YoungBoy was seen opening the gate and driving out. The FBI followed NBA YoungBoy getting onto the highway. This started a high-speed chase, and at first, the FBI was telling NBA YoungBoy to pull his car over using a microphone, which led into YoungBoy actually pulling his car over to the side of the highway. When YoungBoy went to a complete stop, he then waited for the FBI agent to open his door to start approaching YoungBoy, to which then led into NBA YoungBoy flooring it down the highway, dipping and dodging throughout vehicles and trying to make a getaway, but he then ended up running into traffic. He would then hit the closest exit, hitting into the regular street, hopping out of his car, and making the FBI chase him on foot. On this day, NBA YoungBoy was wearing designer shoes, skinny jeans, a jacket, and a lot of diamond chains. Likely isn't the best outfit for running from highly trained FBI agents, but it is what it is. Surveillance would catch NBA YoungBoy hopping into a fence, hitting the backyard of an apartment complex, to which some fans were sitting on their balconies and were able to actually record NBA YoungBoy sprinting through their backyard and encouraging YoungBoy to run faster, and that the agent was getting close. However, NBA YoungBoy was quickly swarmed by police and he would be arrested, then taken into the back of a police car.
You want to talk to us? Tell us what happened, or
As soon as we're done with everything,
we'll take off the handcuffs, okay? But
yeah, I don't have a statement. I don't want to be detained in these handcuffs like this. I'm properly if I haven't committed a crime or done that.
Okay. All right. Give us a second, okay?
Okay, no voluntary statement.
Hey, he's not willing to give
So,
a statement.
Any statement, any voluntary statement?
No, sir. Mr. Martinez, I don't want to give a statement. I don't want to be in this.
These were very serious charges against YoungBoy, from speed racing, resisting arrest, and many more. The judge didn't take it easy on him. However, having millions of dollars gets you the best lawyers in the game. He would receive a bond out of jail, with the details being very expensive.
For a young boy out of California, is a $540,000 bond. He put up $500,000 in cash. In addition, he put up as collateral 2 properties worth in excess of $1.5 million, and he has to wear an ankle monitor. However, he's not going to be on house arrest. According to the bond set by the California judge, he simply has to wear the ankle monitor, but is otherwise free to travel. This is very big. Why? Given that the California judge found that these circumstances are sufficient for a young boy, why would a Louisiana judge find any differently? The Louisiana judge is looking at the same facts, he's looking at the same charges, and he's making a decision under the exact same federal law. Sure, it's a different court and a different circuit, and the way the laws are applied varies somewhat from state to state, from circuit. It shouldn't vary a lot. If this California judge said, hey, this much money and these restrictions are good, it would be very, very weird for a Louisiana judge to say, oh no, no amount of money and no restrictions. That would be very uncommon. I fully expect that the Louisiana judge on Tuesday will release Youngboy on.
As NBA Youngboy will likely be tried in this case once he is released from the existing case that he just finished, as while it seems like things couldn't get worse, it actually does. When prosecutors are going against famous rappers in a court case, it's their job to make the rapper look as bad as possible. Sadly, in 2019, NBA Youngboy went from being cool with every rapper, beefing with every single one, stacking up evidence against himself by self-snitching, as when Youngboy was arrested for the high-speed chase and then released on bond, NLE Choppa felt the need to create a song for him titled Free Youngboy, in hopes of his release. However, NLE Choppa completely changed his thoughts on NBA Youngboy after King Von sadly passed, as Youngboy ended up dropping his hit song Bring the Hook in 2022, dissing all of O Block and King Von, which the entire rap scene would end up reacting to, as DJ Academics reacted, NBA Youngboy's on Demon Time, and he's dropping in another tape. O Block rapper Lil Reese responded, that ain't no Demon Time, he's just rapping like the rest of these rappers all rap. NLE Choppa ended up agreeing with Reese, saying I stamped that, as his response to the beef. But this just let the entire rap game know what side NLE Choppa was on, and Youngboy wasn't happy. He spoke about it in his song Know Like I Know, where he would rap the lyrics, I bet your mama be destroyed when we send you to God for making those statements, choosing sides about my beef with them boys, I guess you could say I was your favorite. After Youngboy's response, NLE Choppa took the time to change the title of his Free Youngboy song to just Youngboy, showing that he doesn't stand with him anymore, where NLE would then go on to DJ Academics' podcast to speak on the beef as well.
He's not able to defend his name, bro, and it be a lot going on within his name about him when, to me, bro, he a real stand-up dude, and it was just unfortunate how happened. Like, he came to a person as a man.
As NLE Choppa then followed it up with another interview with DJ Vlad.
When you heard that, what'd you think?
It was funny to me. I feel like, it's not serious when it hit the net. It's funny. It's just entertainment to me.
Yeah.
It was entertaining. Good song. Nice bars.
He also appeared on The Breakfast Club to speak on how NBA Youngboy needs to keep his act straight and stay out of jail, stating, and I quote, Youngboy just needs to be more careful. He's got a lot of people looking up to him, and he needs to set a better example. All this did, though, was start a rap war between NBA Youngboy versus pretty much everyone, as when Jada Youngin sadly passed, many looked at it at NBA Youngboy for being responsible. Being another rapper from Louisiana, he always had a lot to say about NBA Youngboy. We even saw him talk about it in a DJ Vlad interview where he would share,
me and Youngboy, soon we will be making music together. I'm a fan of Youngboy music. Yeah, we gonna collaborate pretty soon and put on for our state, because when we do, I feel like that's just gonna be one of the hardest collaborations ever.
Not long after, the two would then drop their collab song titled Up With Me. Sadly, the two eventually had a falling out after Jada Youngin shared a snippet of an unreleased Youngboy song on his Instagram. NBA Youngboy responded in the comments saying, delete this now. I don't even know how you got my song, where Jada Youngin would speak about it later on, saying that he's not gonna just take disrespect from someone.
I'm a real and I stand on everything, you hear me? Ain't no gonna play with me, ain't don't disrespect me.
He then followed it up speaking on NBA Youngboy with his hit song titled 38K, where he would say, you put that comment on my post, they laughed about that, but I was laughing when your baby mama was on me. Where then photos would be leaked showing Jada Youngin linking up with one of NBA Youngboy's baby moms. In return, NBA Youngboy allegedly tried to catch Jada Youngin lacking in the street, then after, Youngboy would post this video.
You be hiding. We real headhunters, man. Come on, man. Open their mouth, came to what they was, man. Oh.
4PF rapper Lil Baby is also on the verge of throwing his entire rap career away. Lil Baby's situation with the feds is not being talked enough, as in the last 3 months, the 4PF rapper has been arrested 4 times. But he's also being targeted by Fannie Willis, the Atlanta DA. As Young Thug has now beat the YSL trial, she's now targeting more rappers in the Atlanta area. As just 8 months ago, DJ Academics revealed on stream showing the evidence file of 4PF on the RICO document that YSL was on.
I've heard 2 of them. Like, I've heard the 2 of them. They're like, yo, these are going first, then these are going first. I've heard the names. And I don't know if I should say it. Again, I got nothing to do with no investigation for nothing, whatever. But these are top rappers. Well, one's a top rapper. The other one, matter of fact, I'll do the segment without saying the name. I'll just say this. I believe you know who the obvious name is. They're in Atlanta. They go by three letters. They've been popping. One of the top, I would say, 3 rappers in the game.
But now in present day, with the YSL case being over, Academics was finally able to reveal that Lil Baby's recent arrest almost seemed like a warning for a massive RICO charge that could be coming his way.
I'm gonna tell you some things that you're gonna have to take my word or don't believe it. It's fine. I don't care either or. When Fonnie Willis started targeting YSL, Fonnie Willis had a bunch of people to target. She wanted Thug. She got YFN. So she got YSL, YFN. Eventually, they were going to get to 4PF. That's one of the reasons they changed their names, by the way. Except, from what I heard, the feds told them, it's okay. We got it. So the feds told him, like, it's okay if you dismiss the charge. So they didn't go that hard with trying to get Dirk, especially after Von died. They dropped that case. They dropped it, but the feds has realized we gonna get Dirk eventually. Doing the math? You see why Lil Baby was moving the way he been? Because Lil Baby hasn't been on Fed watch. He's been on county state watch.
But how did it all start? Lil Baby revealed what really happened as 2 weeks into the YSL RICO trial, his best friend Gunna snitched out of the case on Young Thug.
I became affiliated with YSL around 2016. Is that true as it pertains to you, Mr. Kitchens?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in front of you?
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrants and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
As when Gunna originally snitched, the following day it would be reported by DJ Academics that Lil Baby, as well as members of 4PF, are now next on the Atlanta DA RICO list. Very similar to how YSL and Young Thug were raided and arrested for RICO, Lil Baby was now next on that list.
An in-depth investigation. Recent months you've had 2 high-profile racketeering cases. There are going to be more.
Over the next 60 days, you'll see 2 more.
But here's where the story gets very crazy, as in the last 3 months, it's been a nightmare for Lil Baby, who's been very paranoid as he's blaming Gunna for all of his legal issue. As most recently, it was announced, Lil Baby was arrested Monday night for carrying a concealed firearm without a permit. He was then sent to the Clark County Detention Center, where he was held on a $5,000 bail.
I need 20 bands, call the number for me. Hey, security, the black guy, call the number for me. Locking me up for a but I got license. Security, I need 200 bands a year. I swear to God, security. Security, I need 200 bands a year. You don't make 200 bands here. Hey, lady, my check leave at 9:10. Nah, check me good. I got to my nuts. Check me good. You on the camera? I got to my nuts. Check me good. I got to. All right, y'all let me that car shoot myself dead. Y'all.
As with Lil Baby being released on a bail, the arrest could not have come at a worse time. 3 weeks prior, Lil Baby was arrested for an illegal window tint, with the official body cam footage being released to the public.
Huh? Man, you know why I pull you open up these windows, they tinted. You can't see nothing out.
I'm a celebrity, man. Nobody can't see me. Give me my ticket. Let me ride.
I don't know what celebrity you are.
It don't matter. They give me my ticket. Let me ride. I can't have nobody seeing me right here. I'm gonna let my window up.
Oh yeah, you good, but you can't have that tinted window, man.
Alright, they give me a ticket. Have a good day, man.
Now, who are you? You say you
My name Lil Baby.
Okay, I just need you to sign right here, okay?
You got a pen?
827.
You don't be want to have these. You gotta have tents in that level. You folk crazy. I take a ticket, then somebody follow me home.
Put a 32.
Huh?
You can put a 32. If you got a medical exception, you can get the 10.
As it was this moment where everything felt very odd. You could see in the body cam footage Lil Baby getting a ticket for his illegal window tint. However, only 10 minutes later, he was booked into the county jail. This is an extremely rare coincidence. Many online commented that Lil Baby could have been arrested by another police officer while just driving down that same street, but then some also look at it like he's being targeted by the Atlanta DA. This has been a huge problem for many Atlanta rappers in the scene lately, but thankfully Lil Baby flew his lawyer out on a private jet, which led to Lil Baby getting bailed out that same night. As with all of the recent arrests, Lil Baby feels like he's being targeted by likely his former best friend Gunna, which is why when Young Thug was released from jail, he also went right after Gunna. Thug would tweet, "Wham, let's drop one on these rats," with the name Wham referring to rapper Lil Baby, as Baby has been firm on dissing Gunna for snitching out of the YSL trial early. Lil Baby responded to Young Thug on Instagram saying, "We should." Then the following day after, Young Thug followed it up with another tweet and an Instagram video. He would first tweet, "Gunna, stop acting like we're friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy." This then got the attention of Gunna and his brother, where Gunna's brother would say, "Trust and believe the feeling is mutual." Then later on that night, Young Thug linked up with T.I., posting an Instagram story where he clearly says that he is home and he did it the right way, sneak dissing Gunna.
Hey man, what you gotta tell these people?
Back. Back, Jack.
You feel me?
You did.
Hey man, ain't no cap in it.
No cap in my rap.
You feel what I'm saying?
The right way.
It's time.
The right way, bro.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right way.
Yeah, that way.
Yeah.
And go tell that.
As he put emphasis on letting Gunna know that he did it the right way out. T.I. even took Young Thug's side. However, there's a serious issue with the sneak dissing beef that he has been doing with Gunna. As pointed out by DJ Academics, the feds predicted all of this happening, which is why they gave him a plea deal out of prison. As it would be announced, Academics speaks on Young Thug getting released and says the stipulations are a setup for the court to try to put Young Thug back into jail, explaining that it's all a setup for Thug to eventually fail and then go to prison for 20 years, while also knowing Lil Baby is likely going to be beefing with Gunna alongside Young Thug. So the feds are going to be able to wrap both of them up at the exact same time, as they weren't able to get Lil Baby into the YSL trial.
I know some of his fans think he beat the case. He definitely didn't beat the case. Beat the case means you got no stipulations. The Young Thug thing is a win, but it's also a huge setup. If you gonna tell me that they're gonna monitor him on a probationary basis for 15 years, can't be in Atlanta, can't communicate with co-defendants or gang members, he can't rap about, he can't promote any music that has to do with what they believe is activity. Well, he's always gonna talk about him and his is doing his thing. They might consider that activity. He might be like, yo, me is like, yo, we going to the park getting lit. We going to the club getting lit. They might be like, oh no, you talking about the game. So, we celebrating right now because I think we could all see, if you follow that trial at all, whether you're a fan of Thug or not, you can see the pain, you can see this was going through it. Like, he gained a lot of weight. Everybody knows Thug was not that weight, so we happy he got out, but we definitely got to be very cognizant of how it's going to play out.
But here's where the story gets confusing, and allow me to explain. Obviously, Lil Baby is angry at the situation, but it also rubbed Young Thug's father the wrong way, where he would end up telling Lil Baby to be quiet during an interview.
How do you feel about Lil Baby throwing at Gunna for his plea deal?
He need to shut the fuck up, cause he don't know what's going on. He's going off of what he heard. When have y'all went to a court date to support Slime, to support Jeffrey, to support Thug, however you want to name him?
But Young Thug's father would not stop here. He would also go on to reveal this about Gunna, almost looking like he's going against his own son.
Courtney said, how do you feel about Gunna?
I love Gunna.
See, that's the thing. People don't understand the relationship. They got this thing saying that Gunna is a rat and he's done this and done that.
But see, let me try to help the attorney clarify that a little simpler. Gunna hasn't done anything whatsoever that can hurt us on this case. Period.
As Young Thug's father states that Gunna's plea deal did not affect Young Thug and Lil Baby, but rappers in the industry have a lot of different opinion. As 6ix9ine hopped on a Clubhouse call with Wack 100, explaining that Young Thug and Lil Baby are in terrible situations due to Gunna's plea deal, as we're already seeing it roll out on Lil Baby.
So me pleading guilty is only making it worse for my man. I'm saying I was there. Yes, I did it. I plead guilty. I am guilty. I am guilty. Anything you said in that courtroom is going to be used against your man, my man. That is over.
Just a week after that call, he then met up with DJ Academics to share more thoughts about Gunna snitching.
He just implicated YSL being, so now home, right? All the people who's locked up, like Jeffrey, like Young Thug, Now he can't go with that defense. He can't go with the defense of saying I'm a record label.
As rappers in the industry know that Lil Baby and Young Thug's lives are in terrible spots due to Gunna. Lil Baby has already said so in multiple songs, and he's been firm on dissing Gunna any chance that he can get. Even NBA YoungBoy had to share,
"Don't call me asking me about what I think about the situation or do I think Nietzsche. I honestly don't give not one. I ain't got nothing to do with that."
But nothing can compare to Young Thug's situation, who was just released from jail. However, he continues breaking his probation agreement, which could lead to him returning to jail and forever ruining his music career. With the release of Young Thug's Slime Life 2, many fans are worried about his probation agreement with the courtroom, with some fans already predicting that he returns to jail after the lyrics are investigated, as a tweet would read, "I'm sorry, but there's no way Young Thug stays out of jail while also being a full-time rapper. The lyrics you need to use to keep fans engaged to songs break his probation every time." As even DJ Academics predicted all of this happening when it would be announced. Academics speaks on Young Thug getting released and says the stipulations that he has are a setup for the court to try to put Young Thug back into jail, explaining how it's all a setup for Thug to eventually fail, then go to prison for 20 years.
I know some of his fans think he beat the case. He definitely didn't beat the case. Beat the case means you got no stipulations. The Young Thug thing is a win, but it's also a huge setup. If you gonna tell me that they gonna monitor him on a probationary basis for 15 years, can't be in Atlanta, can't communicate with co-defendants or members, he can't rap about, he can't promote any music that has to do with what they believe is activity. Well, he's always gonna talk about him and his is doing his thing. They might consider that activity. He might be like, yo, it's like, yo, we going to the park getting lit. We going to the club getting lit. They might be like, oh no, you talking about the game. So, we celebrating right now because I think we could all see, if you follow that trial at all, whether you're a fan of Thug or not, you can see the pain, you can see this was going through it. Like, he gained a lot of weight. Everybody know Thug was not that weight. So we happy he got out, but we definitely got to be very cognizant of how it's going to play out.
As Academics would then end up revealing how Young Thug is going to get set up by the feds and placed back into prison. However, he would also mention it's not just Young Thug that the Atlanta DA wants. As just 8 months ago, DJ Academics revealed on stream, while also sharing the evidence file of 4PF on the RICO document alongside YSL.
I've heard two of them. Like, I've heard the two of them. They're like, yo, these are going first, then these are going first. I've heard the names. And I don't know if I should say it. Again, I got nothing to do with no investigation for nothing, whatever. But these are top rappers. Well, one's a top rapper. The other one, matter of fact, I'll do the segment without saying the name. I'll just say this. I believe you know who the obvious name is. They're in Atlanta. They go by three letters. They've been popping. One of the top, I would say, 3 rappers in the game.
But then in present day, only 1 week ago, with the YSL case now being over, Academics was finally able to reveal everything, as Lil Baby's recent arrest seemed like a warning for a massive RICO wave about to hit Atlanta rappers once again.
I'm gonna tell you some things that you're gonna have to take my word or don't believe it. It's fine. I don't care either or. When Fonnie Willis started targeting YSL, Fonnie Willis had a bunch of people to target. She wanted Thug. She got YFN. So she got YSL, YFN. Eventually, they were going to get to 4PF. That's one of the reasons they changed their names, by the way. Except, from what I heard, the feds told them, it's okay. We got it. So the feds told him, like, it's okay if you dismiss the charge. So they didn't go that hard with trying to get Dirk, especially after Von died. They dropped that case. They dropped it, but the feds has realized we gonna get Dirk eventually. You doing the math? You see why Lil Baby is moving the way he been? Because Lil Baby hasn't been on Fed watch. He's been on county state watch.
But how did this all start? If you're wondering why Young Thug has been so silent ever since being released from jail, it's because he knows the feds are already looking at him once again. As it started when Young Thug was released and immediately tweeted, "Wham, let's drop one on these rats," with the name Wham referring to rapper Lil Baby, who has been firm on dissing Gunna for Young Thug while Thug was sitting in jail for the last few years. As Lil Baby would respond to Young Thug on Instagram saying, "We should." Then the following day after, Thug followed it up with another tweet and an Instagram video, where he would first tweet, "Gunna, stop acting like we're friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy." This ended up getting the attention of Gunna and his brother, where Gunna's brother would say, "Trust and believe the feeling is mutual." But later on that night, Thug would link up with T.I., posting on Instagram where he clearly says that he's home and that he did it the right way, sneak dissing Gunna.
Hey man, what you gotta tell these people?
Back. Back, Jack.
You feel me?
You did.
Hey man, ain't no cap in it.
No cap in my rap.
You feel what I'm saying?
The right way.
It's time.
The right way, bro.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right way.
Yeah, that way.
Yeah.
And go tell that.
Letting Gunna know that he did it the right way out. Even T.I. took Young Thug's side, but there's a serious issue with him doing so, as Young Thug is going to be classified as sneak dissing Gunna, which pointed out by DJ Academics, he is not allowed to do according to his probation. But everything went crazy mode after a report would share. Whack 100 says that he has 2 hours of footage of Gunna telling on Young Thug in an interrogation room, making many believe that Gunna is going to be getting revenge for all the sneak dissing Young Thug and Lil Baby's been doing for the last few months.
Hey Gunna, listen, I'm putting it together. I'm gonna give you some time. I don't know, 24 hours, 12 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 1 hour. I don't know. I'm gonna give you some time though, Gunna, for you to go ahead on and confess. Confess to the world about all the telling you did. You know that interrogation? Yeah. Guess who got it? 2 hours? Boy, you was in there talking more than Hurricane Katrina. The only thing he did wrong was let him record him. You know what I'm talking about.
This then led into a small Instagram live with Young Thug, where many fans believe that he had very surprising words towards Gunna, once again drawing a real close line to his probation.
Stink, I miss you.
I miss you too. What you doing?
Nothing, bored. You don't like him?
No, if I'm up in the room.
Cause you was being mean. He felt your energy.
Man, I don't even play. I fly all the way to LA. Is that?
You ain't gonna touch him.
But suddenly, moments after the Instagram live, news outlets would begin reporting online, breaking, concerning news coming out involving rapper Gunna being followed and approached by local gang members, with many connecting it to Young Thug for possibly getting revenge for Gunna snitching. But Gunna also did drop music on that night. It could have been a promotional run. But again, Young Thug dissing Gunna, he's playing it real close to that line of the probation, as with Young Thug out of jail, he was able to finally react to the clip of Gunna snitching in court.
And you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes in furtherance.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams, wherein hydrant and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
As Academics would then get told through sources that right after Gunna snitched out of the YSL trial and returned home, Young Thug was making several calls inside of jail to rappers in the industry, telling them all to avoid Gunna, unfollow and cut any business ties that they might have.
The streets are so atrocious. Young Thug told everybody that Gunna was a snitch. I'm telling you this, I don't give a if you believe me. That's what he sent to. Or he sent a message to Dirk, Baby. There's a few other rappers that just won't call their names, just because some of them just told me in privacy. All of them rappers start not with Gunna, speaking out. They're chilling away. Thug got out. Gunna kind of hot. Ain't like you're trying to really like jump and work with Gunna, but
then with this going viral online, Thug knew that he had to respond once he was released. He would hop on an Instagram live for a very short period of time, laughing and basically hinting towards knowing what's going on.
I'm on live. I just jumped on here to let you ladies know that yes, a goat can go live. Whoa! What's up? Who up right now? What's up? Who up right now?
Then only 20 minutes after that being released, there would then be a new video clip shared online of Thug in the studio, flexing his jewelry on Instagram, showing that he's real happy to be home, but also practically hinting towards him knowing everything that's being said about him and Gunna.
P, that's some pounds, P. I'm gonna show him away, P.
Go pound, go pound, go that bag.
In that bag.
I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
As the entire Young Thug vs. Gunna situation is extremely concerning and could result in him returning to jail, and let me explain. Lil Baby defended Young Thug and called out Gunna for over a year that he's a snitch. But Young Thug's father called out Lil Baby and even told him to be quiet during an interview.
How do you feel about Lil Baby throwing at Gunna for his plea deal?
He need to shut the fuck up, cause he don't know what's going on. You know, he's going off of what he heard. When have y'all went to a court date to support Slime, to support Jeffrey, to support Thug, however you want to name him?
But according to Young Thug's father, Gunna isn't the main reason that Young Thug was in that situation that he was in.
Attorney, clarify that a little simpler. Gunna hasn't done anything whatsoever that can hurt us on this case. Period.
Courtney said, how do you feel about Gunna?
I love Gunna.
See, that's the thing. People don't understand the relation that Gunna is a rat and he's done this and done that.
But the story gets crazier from here, as when a leaked phone call from jail with Young Thug and Lil Durk was leaked online, where Thug was asking Lil Durk to diss Gunna for him, as originally Durk released a snippet of a new song on Twitter, where he would say the lyrics, "What happened to Virgil, he's probably gonna tell," which was a sneak diss towards Gunna, remixing his track What Happened to Virgil that he made with Gunna. However, Young Thug heard about it and wanted it on Slime Season 2.
Hey Dirk, I know I want you on. I'm dropping this surprise album on the same day Buddy dropped his album. Coming up soon. I need a verse from you. If you feel like replying, if you feel like you want to reply to it, saying or something, man, don't do it. Drop it on my album. I'm dropping a surprise album on the same day that drop. Sing your verse in, bro. I want you and Wham on the same song. Sing your verse in.
However, Young Thug's lawyers advised the rapper to stay off Instagram Live or releasing music for a month, which is why we had to wait a month for Slime Season 2. But Thug has finally been able to return to social media, but academics would announce Drake already had first dibs. As it would be announced, Academics says Drake flew to see Young Thug just 2 hours after his release and gave him $1 million.
They say 2 hours afterwards, Drake flew to Thug and allegedly gave him $1 million. Drake didn't tell me. Drake gonna hit me up and be like, how? Which, by the way, super strategic move. Super strategic. Thug was in jail talking about let's squash all this beef. If I'm Drake, I need Atlanta.